it's just 2 customers one time, and then your monthly fee is waived. So, and then of course, if you decide that you actually want to build a team, this is definitely the place where you want to show up all the time to get the leadership training and development that you need to build a team effectively and successfully long term, right? Anybody can try to build something over a month or 2, but if you really, really want to grow as a leader, grow as an entrepreneur, you definitely need to be plugged into continual entrepreneurship and development and leadership development and working on yourself and creating systems and consistency and just really becoming a credible leader that people feel like when they look to you, that you're going to be consistent, that you're not going to be all over the place. And of course, that also means understanding when changes are had or made, that you get in on those changes and are able to pivot with it so that you can best lead your team. So definitely go ahead and text any team members that you don't see on this call and tell them they need to jump on. So let me get started with prayer, then I'm going to hand it over to Wanda. So Father, right now, in Jesus' name, God, we thank you for the beginning of this 2020. We thank you for visions, ideas, dreams. We thank you for desires that you said in your word, that you give us the desires of our heart as we delight ourselves in you. Now, God, I thank you now that you're raising us up to be highly effective, successful people in every area of our lives. I thank you that we're 7-figure traders and 8-figure traders. I thank you that we trade with accuracy and precision. I thank you, Lord, for bringing in massive influencers into our businesses quickly and easily. God, I thank you that you said in your word that the hand of the diligent shall bear rule, and all that we put our hands to shall prosper and be of good success. Now, God, I thank you for Wanda. I thank you for her leadership. I thank you for her hunger. I thank you for her fire and her passion for you and for your people. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Okay, great. So Wanda, I want to thank you so much for getting on this call. I really, really appreciate your leadership. You are always a ball of energy. So much fun, so transparent, so authentic, and just on fire. I love to hear her train. She was on the chairman call yesterday that we had in the company. Actually gave some really good, all the changes that we had. I was really happy with them. I think they're all really, really good. And so we want to make sure that you guys know what those changes are. They definitely are setting us up for the long term. And that's what I really appreciate. I have no interest in just being a part of, a one-night wonder or one-night, hit or, just a shooting star, or we had a season of success or a season of increase. I'm definitely all about longevity and creating money that really will last for the generations. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Wanda. And Wanda, let you take it from here, honey, and close us out and all that good stuff. If you want to open it up for questions, we can do that too. But thanks so much for your leadership and your consistency, and I'll turn it over to you.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Drew. I appreciate you so much. What's up, guys? Welcome to the call. Listen, this is definitely a call for those of us that are building the business, because these details are going to affect us the most. And these are the things that we need to communicate to our organization. So if I were you, I really would get pen and paper, because there's 3 major key points, but there's details within these key points. Now, before I go into some of these changes, here's some of the stuff that I wanted to, why do we need changes? Why are there some edits to what we have happening right now? Guys, it's no secret that we are the most aggressive paying company in the industry by design. And it is amazing to be able to be in the background of this company and to hear our corporate staff come up with ideas on how to create longevity. And I love that Chris Terry is such a pit bull when it comes to how we get paid. Like, under no circumstances are they allowed to mess with our pay. Like, he's such a pit bull about this. He is so proud to pay us what he pays us. And so in an effort to really make us more sustainable and stronger, we had to make some edits. You guys know it's no secret that last year we made big, brave, bold decisions by going into the industry, finding the best people for our corporate staff, and basically making them an offer that they could not refuse. So now we have Kyle Lowe, which is has been in the industry for over 25 years. He has registered more countries for more network marketing companies than anyone in the world, period. There are no other companies that have the ability to move in so many countries because of his influence. I've seen him do this with a travel company, and I'm watching him do this here with us, registering us properly to work properly in the countries that we're in, so we never have to worry about that going away overnight. I'm so grateful for him. And then we also brought on board Mr. Brandon Scott. We actually brought him over from a very successful company that's on the brink of being a billion-dollar company, Jeunesse. And we made him an offer he couldn't resist, but also we showed him who we are and what our vision was, and he fell in love with that, so we brought him over. And we're still creating right now a dynamic compliance team, which you guys know is super important. How many times have someone, you know, maybe left your team and gone somewhere else and nothing could be done about it? Well, now things can actually be done about it. Or just even a customer service department that gets back to you, that can answer, you know, tough questions and get tough situations cleared up for you. So you guys have seen that this company is investing in itself, and this is not just talk from someone, oh, she has to say this, she's a chairman 25, she wants to deliver the good news. No, 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 no. If you spend 10 minutes alone with me, you know that I'm very candid, okay? Like, I don't play. I'm here by design. I picked this company, and it's got to work, and it's got to come through. And the people that follow me know that I'm that way too. So I do have high standards for this company. And I'll tell you, in the last year, I have been very impressed with how they've created a corporate staff and invested back into the company. And for those of you who have been here for at least 2 years, have you seen how our events have changed? Come on in the chat box. Woo-hoo! My very first event, I looked at my husband and I said, this ain't it, Chief, this ain't it. I was scared. You know what? I was excited about how many people were making money. And then sure enough, my patients paid me, because in the last 2 years, we're now throwing the best events. We're throwing events that look like $1 billion company. So it's no secret that we've been investing in this company. So there's a little shift here. Here's what I want you to know. I don't think any of these announcements are a big deal. When I was on the call yesterday and they were talking about, hey, we're going to make some changes, I was sitting there like this. Bring it. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. And then when they told me what was going to happen, what I'm about to communicate to you, I said, okay, those are not big deals. That's not a big deal. I see it. I get it. Okay, first, the very first thing we're going to talk about is we are going to have new pricing, okay? Overall, we're talking less than $10 in an increase, okay? And let me go ahead and put this on the screen for you so that you guys can screenshot it. Here we go. All right, so as you know, when we kind of restructured our products last fall, we made it very clear that there's the Forex package, binary options package, cryptocurrency package, and then we have our elite package, right? Which is basically our Forex package on steroids. So, oh, no, can you guys hear me pretty good? Everyone else, I think, can hear me. So if you can't hear me, it's you, not us. I love you. Okay.
Sounds right.
So we have new pricing, and as you guys can see, this is about less than $10 shift. But let me tell you what, this $10 is so powerful. Here's where this money is going. Ready? This money is going into 2 places predominantly. 1, we are planning to start having incentive trips. You guys know that this spring, we will have our very first chairman trip, but it's not just for chairmen. It's also for any top recruiters. And they're inviting a lot of people. So it's not just like the #1 top recruiter or the #2 top recruiter. You could actually outperform some chairmen and bump some chairmen off this trip. So this trip that's taking place this spring, this is an example of what we're trying to do. We're just barely breaking into the space of incentives as a recognition piece, but it's happening, and we think it's important because it's going to make our company sexy. This is something that a lot of great companies do. Guys, mute your line, like yourself muted. I love you, but I will kick you off the line. All right. So this is something that great big dynamic companies do, guys, because there's nothing sexier than lifestyle, right? It sells, it's what it is, but also it's strategic. Because one of the things that the field has been expressing is that when you go on incentive trips with other chairmen, this is the opportunity that you guys get to really connect and create a strong bond. I know personally, going on a vacation with my other chairman is going to allow me to create that relationship with them, maybe start swapping markets. It's just really healthy for morale, but it's also super sexy for lifestyle, and it's a part of recognition that we need. Don't you guys want to know that if you hit chairman, that maybe once a year you have a vacation you can look forward to, or if you're a top performer this year, that you have something to look forward to. So we're talking about a less than $10 increase on both the initial and the monthly, and this is going to be split between future trips, and it's also going to be split for recognition. Recognition is really beefing up. We actually are bringing over a dynamic recognition team. I know because I worked with them before, and a lot of their faces are super familiar. And I'm excited to bring that recognition team over because they're going to clean up recognition. They're going to make sure that at events that we really are highlighting the stories. That's how we make money, guys. Stories sell. So we got a dynamic recognition team we're hiring, and we also are going to put more money into recognition. You guys saw at the last event, we released the recognition medals that people are going to start receiving. Those are truly, if you lifted one up, that stage they had one, they are covered in gold. They are real gold. And so those pieces I got to be paid for. And so this is where this money is going. This is split basically amongst hiring customer service, creating a stronger recognition program, and also working towards future incentive trips, not just for chairmen, but chairmen and top recruiters. So this is where I would take a screenshot right here. Now, here's some details. If you are inactive, you have until January 15th to activate, to grandfather yourself into the old pricing. Listen, how many of us have inactive people on our team? This is almost like a promo that we can run. Hey, activate now to lock yourself into the old pricing, or you're going to be treated like a brand new customer and you're going to be locked into the new pricing. I know it's only $10 a month, but you know, $10 a month. Why not? Why spend that? So what we're going to do as an organization, and what I really encourage you guys to do, is hype this up. When we get off this call, new pricing January 15th, new pricing January 15th, new pricing January 15th, new pricing. Who this? And tell people, if you don't activate by January 15th, we don't know you. No, I'm kidding. You don't activate by January 15th, you're not going to get the grandfather pricing. You're not going to be on the old pricing. So save yourself $10 a month and go ahead and activate your accounts by January 15th. I've been having this conversation for the last 24 hours. Hey, I know you were saying you wanted to get reactivated. Just giving you a heads up. You got till January 15th to reactivate and get grandfathered into the old pricing. Here's another detail, guys. It's super important. From this point forward, if you have the old pricing, but you've been inactive for more than 30 days after January 15th, let's say it's February 1st, you've been with us for 2 years, you have the old pricing, but in the entire month of February, you don't make a payment. March 2nd comes, you don't make a payment. It's been more than 30 days. When you do log in on March 3rd to log in, your option will be the new pricing, okay? So 2 details. If you're inactive, you have until January 15th to activate, to grandfather yourself into the old pricing. And if any future customer, and any customer that has the old pricing in the future goes more than 30 days without making a payment, 30 days of being inactive, when they do log in, their monthly is going to be the new pricing. So this is a great way for us to also create a culture where people pay, right? I know that sounds silly, but I know we all have people that are just like, they pay 1 month, not the next month. They pay 1 month, not the next month. Listen to me. Don't ever apologize for asking people to pay for what they said they wanted. And more importantly, we are the only product in the world where our customers make money, okay? People make money. We were on a call yesterday with Dr. K trading gold, and that was enough to pay our monthly fees. So if someone has a problem with the monthly fees, we got to help them make this trading money, y'all, because the markets are starting to move a little bit now. Okay, I know November, December was a little, crickety, but the markets are starting to move. There's opportunity. We're making money. If you're not making money trading, something's drastically wrong. If you're not making money trading, something is drastically wrong. Recalibrate. So 2 things, January 15th deadline. We're going to promote the heck out of that. We're going to blow up our social medias. We're going to go on our team pages. You have until January 15th to reactivate that old account that you've been sitting on. Or when you log in after January 15th, it's going to offer you the new pricing. Also, from now on, if you're inactive for more than 30 days, when you go to reactivate, it's going to offer you the new pricing. You won't lose position, none of that, but it will offer you the new pricing. Okay, so we're all clear on pricing, not a biggie, right? I'm going to go ahead and move to the second thing. This is also a small adjustment in pay. We have a direct bonus that pays 3 levels, okay? 35, 10, and 5. We know that, right? 35, 10, 5. Everybody know 35, 10, 5. That's changing. Here's why this part is changing. After they did some research and kind of combed through, this part, this 35, 10, 5 is such a small way that we get paid. It's the least lucrative way that we get paid. In fact, a lot of us don't even put it in our presentation. And it is almost kind of a little difficult to communicate sometimes. 35, 10, 5, right? In the presentation, it takes me like a whole minute to explain what a 3-level deep bonus is. We're going to go ahead and change that. And we are getting rid of the 3-level bonus. It is now only going to be 1 level, that first level. And it's changing to $25. Now, I know that's taking money, but I would much rather them take that little bonus right there than touch the comp plan, okay? It's, guys, 500 people, you make $10,000 a month, all right? That ain't going nowhere. I love that. And so when they were looking at ways to clean up the comp plan and to also find a way to put more money back into the company, this was an easy way to go just because it's really not the part of money that a lot of us like pay attention to. It's not how you and I are going to gain financial freedom, okay? We are not going to change the legacy of our last names because of the 35, 10, 5 bonus, all right? Fair? So this is now going to turn into a 1-level bonus. So basically it's a direct bonus. I sign up Bob, I get 25 bucks. I sign up Susan, I get 25 bucks. I sign up Lee, I get 25 bucks. Easy. $25 every time I sign someone up. If they get the elite package, that's 50 bucks. So now our direct bonus is clean, simple to explain, $25 or $50. Platinum package, 25 bucks. Elite package, 50 bucks. The other detail is that chairman, once you hit chairman, you no longer get a direct bonus. You don't get the $25. You know that once you hit chairman, though, you get that infinity bonus. And let me tell y'all, that's way better. Anyway, my infinity bonus is about the same. Usually it averages the same as one of my weekly checks. So if that's chairman 10, that means it's about 2,000 plus a month. At chairman 25, it's about 6,000 plus a month. So the infinity bonus is like the best freaking thing in this company. A lot of companies don't have a bonus where you can get paid on your whole downline. A lot of companies don't have a way that you can get paid on your short leg. And in this company, we can really get paid on our short leg because we get a percentage bonus, the infinity bonus. So we're cleaning out the direct bonus. It's no longer 35, 10, 5. It is either 25 for platinum, 50 for elite. Okay? That's it. That's what that's cleaning up. That's simple. Now, the last thing to talk about, this is a little bit more difficult. So I'm going to give you guys an illustration. But those of us that have been making money from this beautiful company, we kind of know this already. One of the ongoing jokes is that this company pays 13 months out of the year. Did y'all know that? So here's what I mean. Let's say you're a chairman 10, and I'm going to share my screen so I can share this photo to try to explain how they're going to pay now. Let's say you're a chairman 10. How much money do you make? 10,000 a month, right? Okay. How many months are in the year? 12. So what does that mean? How much you should be making is what? $120,000 a year. Correct? Everybody with me? Blow me up in the chat. My math is right. You're a chairman 10,000 a month. That's $120,000 a year. Correct? 12 months in a year. However, that's not what's been happening. What's been happening is we've actually been getting paid 13 months out of the year because we get paid weekly. And because there's 52 weeks in a year, that's actually 13 months. 52 divided by 4, 13. So really what's been happening is if you're chairman 10, you're not making $120,000 a month. You're making $130,000 a month. That costs the company an average of $10 to $15 million. So here's what we've agreed to do. We've decided that we're going to go pay people exactly what the intention of the compensation plan was. And the intention of the compensation plan is to pay you for 12 months. However, as this company has grown, this has just not been something that's highlighted, and it's not really been a big deal. But as we move towards having 1,000 chairmen, that is the goal for 2020, by the way, 1,000 chairmen. This is a big deal. It is a big deal. And when, as our corporate staff has been auditing to make this company stronger, it has been a big topic of discussion. And so, of course, Chris Terry is like, don't touch the comp plan. Don't even have a conversation with me about the comp plan. Okay, that's how strong Chris Terry feels, guys, about his comp plan. They're not even allowed to have a conversation with him about changing the comp plan. And so one of the things that chairman agreed is, you know what? We know this is the way we've been getting paid. We know that really when you look at it, it is truly, it's considered an auditing error because it goes against what our compensation plan says. So it's going to change. I know. I like my little extra money too, okay? But I also like the longevity of the company. So here's what's going to happen. To go ahead and pay true to the comp plan. And in this case, I'm going to use chairman 10 numbers because they're easy numbers. We want to find a way to pay a chairman 10 $120,000 a year base pay. That doesn't include the infinity bonus at all. So just base pay, $10,000 a month, 12 months, $120,000 a year. That means that we got to find a way to cut those extra 4 weeks that happen in the year, right? So here's what we're going to do. 4 months out of the year in 2020, 4 months. And I know that the months are like March, July, and then 2 fall months, something like that. There's 4 months that have 5 Mondays. Remember, Monday is really when pay and cutoff gets sent, and then it comes on Friday, right? But Monday is the day that it's like, that's really payroll day, if you will look at it that way. We're going to find 4 months that have 5 Mondays. And traditionally, instead of paying a chairman 10, $2,500 on that week, right? Because 2,500 times 4 is 10 grand. 4 Mondays, 10 grand. But in a month that has 5 Mondays, we're going to adjust it so that each Monday pays out $2,000. So basically, take your commission for the month, divide it by 5, and that's what you would receive weekly during that month. So again, they're going to find 4 months that have 5 weeks, and they're going to adjust the pay accordingly for that month. You are still receiving $10,000 a month as a chairman 10. You're still receiving $120,000 a year. Someone said March, June, August, and November. Thank you. Let me make sure I'm plugged in here. So it's still going to basically stay true to our comp plan and pay out exactly what you see on the compensation plan. That's it. And so those are our big 3 changes, guys. Again, it's not really like huge, big deals. It's just that we got to communicate it the right way so that we're all on the same page. All of our expectations are set. And I'm excited because I did hear on the call, one of the things I was grateful for was they were very transparent about exactly what their plans are with this money and what they want to do. Having international events is a blessing for us. Again, it adds something sexy to our company. It adds lifestyle. My butt's going to be in London and Paris and Amsterdam come February and March because of this company pulling me there for an event. And because I know that I'm there for a training event, I can use part of it as a tax write-off. That's what my CPA told me. Check with your CPA. And I'm excited that we're making a global training system. It's sexy, okay? When does the $25 level 1 payment start? I believe everything starts January 15th. As for extra pay, like those of us who are making who are getting paid, you're not going to see any of that adjustment until March, okay? Because March is the first month that has 5 weeks in it, okay? So guys, any questions, let me know. Drop it in the chat box. If it's too complicated of a question, you can't chat it right away. You can wave me down or unmute yourself. There was a past combo for a possible Chairman 750. Is that still a possibility? At this time, Sean, Chairman 500 is the top rank that I'm aware of. They have not made any of that official. You know, they talked about that, Chairman 50 and Chairman 1000. They did not talk about those ranks. You know, my personal opinion, Sean, is I don't think it's necessary. That's my personal opinion, though. Okay, that's my opinion. My opinion is that I'm not sure. I think I can live off $500,000 a month. I do have a target addiction, so I'm not gonna, you know, put my foot in my mouth. But I do think I can live off $500,000 a month. I do think that I can grow my ministry and my business with $500,000 a month. Amen. So I'm not really sure about those other rates, to be honest. But you know what? Here's the thing. Look at it right now. My personal opinion is if all we ever have is Chairman 500, we still pay out more than any other compensation plan in the entire industry. There's no such thing. People are capped. One of the top companies right now that's out is a nutrition company. Super sexy, having a whole lot of momentum. #1 income earner is capped at $80,000 a month. You know, so it's super common for earners to be capped around 100K a month. And that's not even our top rank. Like, that's not even close to our top rank. So there was no conversation about whether Chairman 750 or Chairman 1000 are coming. But, you know, I would just say be super grateful for what we do have, because I'm so thankful that Chris Terry is so serious about this comp plan. And that's an understatement. I've been on calls where he says, we're not having a conversation, literally, about changing the comp plan. So I'm excited about that. So I guess, you know, this is how I want us to really look at this information. For one, a lot of us are not earning a residual paycheck. Some of these details don't affect you at all because you're not earning a residual paycheck. Change that. Let's change that. I would really encourage you guys to make 2020 the year that you include yourself in these incentive trips and include yourself into this residual income. You know, we have a new processor that should be starting towards the end of the month. That's going to create a lot of strong stability for a lot of us, especially those of us with US-based teams. And I'm excited about that because I know how hard they've been working to build those relationships. Don't hold me to that deadline. Things happen, but that's what's happening. I'm excited about the IM.Center that they're cleaning up slowly, really starting to add things to. So me personally, guys, me and Randy, we're looking at each other and we're like, hey, real talk, they have been investing in this company. I'm not even remotely upset at the changes. I'm happy that we're cleaning up our compensation plan. So let me read some more of these questions. Changes are good. I think a month like February, it has exactly 4 weeks. It should be flexible for such a month. Mark, as far as I know, in February, I'm still making 10 grand, so 10 or 25 grand. I don't have a problem with that. So I'm not really sure what you mean. If you want to clarify, go for it. But I'm making the same amount of money in February that I am in January. Let me see. The numbers work out. Yeah, Randy said the numbers work out. 20 weeks we will have an adjustment on pay, and 32 weeks will be normal. Yep. You guys know the brain, okay? My husband. To be honest, guys, this is a conversation that we actually had with Kyle a long time ago, about a year ago, because there was conversation about how do we pull more health into the company. We pay out such a large percentage of what we make. And we have so many chairmen. There's like 200 people in the chairman group. So this was something we always said, hey, does anybody know that we have a 13-month calendar? And no one really said anything about it. I always thought, oh, okay, well, maybe nobody knows anything. And so now to see that they're like really looking at our comp plan and cleaning it up, I love it. And here's the thing, a chairman 10 makes $120,000 minimum every single year. Minimum, guys. That infinity bonus is heavy. It's super heavy. So any other questions? Guys, as you know, you can always go into the team chat app and you can let anyone know any questions that you might have. This is it. 1, 2, 3, 3 changes. So just to kind of recap, new pricing, I did put that flyer up. Let me share it one more time. Let's see. Zoom. Give me a second. Well, I'm trying to share this. One second. Oh, it's not letting me pull it back up, but I hope you guys got that screenshot. I will blast it all throughout the chats for leaders to have. In fact, I'll put it in our Chairman 10 group right now. Give me one second. I'm putting that in the Chairman 10 group right now. So that way, guys, your Chairman 10s have it and they can share that with everyone and get that on the pages. But other than that, guys, that's really it. No other big changes. We're super excited for our event happening in London. I hope you guys are there. Last time we checked, there are less than about 2,000 tickets available for the event. We have actually moved venues. They did move venues last year, about 6 months ago, to make space for more tickets. So we're absolutely at capacity in terms of how many tickets we can sell. There's like no wiggle room. There's even talks about having to change tables to make space in the venue. So please understand, they're working their butts off to make sure we get every single person in the room. But this might actually be the first event that we have to turn people away. We are now an international company, and so there's just certain things we can't do, like have people standing against the walls and have the hallways packed with people listening in. So I want to really encourage you guys to get to London, where we will start to expand on our brand as a company and really explain what the plan is for 2020. I know right now my husband and I are looking to make some fun out of this trip as well. Since we're going to be all the way over there on the other side of the earth, we might as well have some fun and really show some lifestyle. But that's it, team. I want to encourage you to really have a CEO mindset. One of the things I've learned about network marketing is that it's easy to have a customer mindset. I do it all the time, and I have to check myself. And what is a customer mindset? A customer mindset is, if I'm, dang it, my IM center is not loading. Oh, why is this not happening? And go into the chat. Is anyone else having problems with IM center? Oh my gosh, this thing has been lagging. It doesn't upload quick enough. Like, that is a customer mindset, okay? And it's okay. I love being a customer of this company. But I want to challenge you guys to do something that's rare and to do something that the 1%ers do. The 1%ers have a CEO mindset, which means that they feel ownership over the company. And that means that you feel protective over the company, which means that you look at these opportunities and say, I'm glad they're putting money into the baby. I want the baby here for a long time. I'm glad they're putting money into it. I'm glad they're hiring staff to protect it, staff like our compliance team. And so when I look at this from a customer standpoint, I could complain, man, it's going up by $10. But when I look at this by a CEO mindset, I can say, I know that that's going to bring, that tiny change is going to bring so much revenue so that we can really start to do some of the big, bold things that we have on our agenda this year. IML is not just here to be aggressive in Forex, aggressive in network marketing. IML is really here to be a disruptor. It's part of the plan. It's always been part of the plan. And we want to continue to disrupt multiple industries in 2020 and really make ourselves a mastery academy to master life, to master multiple areas of life, not just finances. And so as we start to go and birth ourselves into that idea and really create a sustainable, proud company, it does take a little money. And so I'm so excited that they're starting to really look at this year and ask themselves, what can we make better? And so I want to encourage you to really have a CEO mindset and to consider how you'll communicate this into your organization. And I've always believed that however leaders communicate it, however the atmosphere is amongst us, that will spread to everyone else. So I'm so happy and grateful now to be a part of a company that looks to the future, that craves longevity, and that knows how to make minor adjustments when necessary so they can get there. I'm so happy and grateful now. So guys, thank you so much for being on the line. Montrese said, as a recap, with the change to the $25, what will the incentive of some of the upline to help, since they won't get that extra money? You know, here's the thing. I'm not going to stop sponsoring people just because as a chairman, I don't get that $25. Because as a chairman, I actually have to have personals to stay a chairman. You guys know our comp plan works that way, right? And so I'm not going to stop sponsoring people just because I don't get $25. I don't know about y'all, but that would be a little silly to me because I'm really trying to hit chairman 50, and you know, I'm not. Yeah, that's my personal view. Other chairmen are on the line. I'm pretty sure they feel the same way. They're not hurting over that.
Absolutely, girl. Let's go.
Thank you, Dr. Jewel. I appreciate you, and that's it.
That's so good, Wanda. I love it. You did an amazing job breaking all that down. They're really quite simple changes, and I like what you said. You know, it's really about longevity. Those are very, very small changes because the average person is now going to get $25 for their personal enrollment, or if you do the elite, then you're going to get $50. So that's really, really huge. Also, guys, don't forget Atlanta coming up. Get your tickets there. We're also going to be doing a special call today. Dr. China and I and Christopher Terry. I cannot tell you how excited Chris is this Atlanta meeting. Chris is not going to be doing nearly as traveling. To be able to get this up close and personal time with them is definitely a big deal. I definitely want to encourage you to go ahead and get your tickets to Atlanta, February the 7th and the 8th. There's going to be a dinner on that night, and then also training all day during the day on the 8th. So go ahead and get your tickets there. IamAtlanta.com and get them. It's going to be definitely life-changing. Chris is this day and 2 you know, conversations with him. He's talking about 2025, 2030, and that's something that I love. And I think you mentioned that, Wanda, how, you know, he's really craving long-term success, long-term wealth building. He's not into just, you know, what we did in 18 or what we did in 19 or even what we're going to do in 20. He really is thinking about 2025, 2030 and making sure that we still have the opportunity here and continuing to add on, you know, technology and tools that are going to allow us to really continue to be that category creator in the marketplace. So definitely go ahead and set your clocks for that, 2 Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, that information is actually working on slides. So for all of you asking for the information that Wanda gave, we can do a breakdown and put it in the team app, but they are working on slides to go along with that. So that way you'll be able to convey that message to your team members as well. Again, it's pretty light. It's not really anything too heavy. It's pretty light. So, okay. All right. Dr. China, are you on there? Anybody else? Any other leader wanted to sing before we get ready to call? Okay, great. All right, guys. Well, I'm excited you guys are here. Wanda, thank you. That was amazing. You're like the best breaker downer, girl. Appreciate you. And we'll see you guys 2 p.m. Central, 3 Eastern. God bless.
Thank you very much.